Hello, and welcome to Facebook or Appliance Master Live. I should have that down by now. I'm Bill, and as usual, with me here is Kari, putting up with my antics one more week.
Hello, and today we're going to be, just talking about the different types of cooktops you might have in your home. There's typically 3 different kinds, right?
Yeah. There's combinations. There's all kinds of. It gets complicated.
So I guess go to the basics, right?
Well, that's my theory. That's my. I'm old school. So, we were going to start out with. Talking about gas cooktops. It's like, of course, there's natural gas or LP, and I'm not a snob about many things, but I think I hope I never have to cook on anything but gas. And I'm not a great chef or anything, but it's just, I don't know, it's what I prefer. And I think that's what, I don't know, do you ever see people on those cooking shows cooking on electric cooktops?
I can't really recall, but I think
or in a microwave?
Gas is pretty common, and
Oh, and just for those of you who may never have seen one, there's your typical gas cooktop. And
the main giveaway would be that there's fire, right?
That's right. See, just that's what goes all the way back to caveman or whatever, your Neanderthal, Cro-Magnon, whichever you are. We all know about that from the beginning of time.
And then, what would possibly be like a warning sign that your gas cooktop isn't working?
Oh, flame. Oh, okay. One of the you have to have a nice blue flame like that. If you have yellow, orange, or it's fluttering, or it's not steady, that could be dirty orifices or bad gas pressure supply. Or if you have LP gas and your tank is getting low, you might smell the LP gas because they put that it's an additive into the gas, and it's because LP is odorless naturally, so they have to, and then it's concentrated at the bottom of the tank, so when it gets near the end, you'll smell it more. And also, if it's really low, you might get soot on your pots from LP. That's also an adjustment. But I guess anybody, I don't know. I just, if you don't have natural gas where you live, you can get a tank of LP. Probably, it's an extra expense, but anyway, like I said, some people just don't want to cook on anything else.
Well, some people don't have the options if they don't have a gas line in their house.
Well, that's why I say you can get an LP tank, just like your grill, but you can get a bigger one for your indoor range. Anyway, it's possible. Anything's possible. So going back we're starting with my favorites to the least favorites of my personal opinion.
I guess the next would be the electric coil.
Yeah, this is probably, everybody's seen these, like if you ever, these are, that kind of thing. That's, those coils. I
guess they could be different shapes, but they just turn orange when they heat up.
Typically they're round like that, and they're smaller or bigger, but they're anywhere from campers to homes. But this is like entry-level electric, and it's pretty common, been around for a long time. And I guess the drawback on these, with any kind of flat cooktop other than gas, is your pots have to be flat.
Level.
On the bottom, because if they're misshapen in any way, they'll only touch these elements where in certain spots, and you'll get hot spots in a pan, and
uneven cooking. So that could be a warning sign.
Yeah, if you're doing some high level cooking in there, it could be, come on, say something.
What do you want me to say? I mean,
what would you
I've had a coil gas cooktop before and had issues with it with uneven heating because the coils were older and a little bit warped. So
let's say you're something really delicate in the pan, like you're trying to do like heat up a cream or sauce or something. Like you could be burning one spot and not cooking the other spot. So anyway, so if you're really fancy, it's like I don't know, but pretty common, really.
To each their own.
Very reliable. Oh, and these use, as far as electrics go, these use a lot of power, so it could be expensive.
And then I guess the next is the glass top electric cooktop.
Yeah, glass is essentially the same thing. The glass top is it has an electric coil under the glass, and those coils are it's cleaner, it's flat, it's even more precise, it's even flatter, and you have to have good contact with the pans. But and I guess these just look sleeker, they look nicer, and they look more expensive, something like that.
I guess a drawback with that would be you have to be careful not to spill anything on them and have it cake on.
These are easier to clean than the coil ones because
Yeah, it's just glass.
yeah, a lot of what you have to be careful of. This one here is black. Sometimes you get them in white or other colors. You get the lighter ones, they can get burn marks or heat marks this color, and it's like and if they're hard,
Yeah.
that can be a pain to clean or deal with. Just a heads up.
And then I guess last but not least is the Induction.
The Induction is the most bizarre, and this falls under the category of, like, I don't know, some people just have to have the most complicated technology possible. So an Induction cartridge may look like a glass cooktop. They don't, on the outside, don't look the same. You know, this is a picture of one. It's got, you know, it's usually a little futuristic looking, but the difference is inside they don't have elements like your toaster that get orange and heat up. These have oscillating magnetic fields. It's like, why don't we just stop right there? It's like that's complex technology. That's and when these came out a long time ago. I mean, these were probably out 30 years ago. But when I first saw these things, man, they broke all the time, and they were super expensive to fix. I understand now, like I'm still scarred by that, by the experience, but I'm told now that they're much more reliable, and they.
Well, you just need to do specific cookware on them.
Well, I mean, I'm talking about like they have printed circuit boards in them, they have sensors, they have all kinds of things. Like that's, you know.
Yeah, I'm fine.
So from what I'm told is they're much more reliable now, and they're much easier to work on. But your cookware has to be like ferrous. They say sometimes magnetic, and a magnet has to stick to the pot because the pot has to contain iron in order for the magnetic fields come and go. They excite the molecules in the iron, and that heats up the pot. So if you have an aluminum pot or a glass, it's not going to work. It's not going to heat. These are probably the safest things. So
because you need to have the pot resting on the burner for it to work, right?
well, yeah, and it's like, but again, if you have an aluminum pot or a pressure cooker, or like if you sometimes bake in glass or something, it's not going to heat up. The number one benefit of something like this is it's the safest. Like it's like, I mean, you could have this on high, put your hand on it, and you wouldn't feel anything, unless of course you were wearing an iron ring, and then you'd feel
Well, I
it.
guess the cookware would heat, not the stovetop itself, right?
Yeah, there is some residual heat, but it dissipates quickly. And of course, just if you're not confused enough, you can get high-end ranges that are like dual fueled. You can get like you can have some gas burners with an induction cooktop or an electric coil that's in. So just a matter of how much money you want to spend. And actually, some of those are the most convenient, you know. So
Yeah. Best of both worlds, right?
yes,
And I guess that's really probably it as far as cooktops go
it
for the
is.
different types.
Are we winding up here?
So, I think so. And then we did want to mention we have a promotion going on right now. So for any new diagnosis call that's scheduled, we're going to have offer a free dryer vent analysis along with that for any type of appliance, not just dryers. So if you're booking a new appointment with us, they'll have a free vent analysis, which we typically charge $39 for.
Yeah, all in an effort because this is the time of year we have more house fires from dryers in the winter. So we want to, try to help our customers out.
Yeah.
Take a quick look, and it doesn't take long to check out your venting by one of our techs in your home. All right, good to go.
I think we're good to go.
Cool. All right. Until next week.
Yeah, thanks for watching, and then, visit our website, give us a call if you need anything, 800-752-7123.